What is happening, everyone? My name is Phil with ThinkMakeDo, and today we are installing a pocket door in a wall, making an extra doorway into our bathroom here on our mid-city renovation. Now, I've already gone and done some of the demo. We'll run that time lapse here in a second, but I wanted to show you what this wall looks like before I start reframing. Now, this is a recently remodeled house, and so we are looking back, or after we've taken some of the old drywall off, we're seeing some of the new renovation work that was done with this newer 2x4 and the old original. And you can see here, this used to be a doorway opening already. So for some reason, they decided to close it off when they remodeled the bathroom, which for us doesn't really make any sense. We want access to the bathroom from the bedroom to make it a more livable space. Now, we are gonna go with the pocket door because the entryway to open the door kind of interferes with the new placement of the toilet. So I need to actually extend and make this about a 60-inch space. Now this is a load-bearing section of the home, so I am gonna have to make a pretty sturdy header to support the weight on both sides. The good thing is there was already a doorway here, so some of that weight balancing was already planned. Now my pocket door is going to be a 30-inch, which means I need at least 60 inches, which actually means I probably need about 61 to 62 inches rough opening. And that is what I'm gonna frame for right now and plan for with my header before my pocket door hardware comes in, which is probably tomorrow. So I actually have to go on the other side here, remove part of the vanity so I have better access to the drywall and the framing back here. I need to reframe everything to just about, I don't know, maybe like right here. Reestablish king studs that go up, a header that goes across, probably put another beam over here and make this a nice open space. Now, there is no second floor, so there really isn't too much worry about anything collapsing. I think we should be perfectly fine. This is some solid red oak from the 1920s. It's very sturdy. For the pieces that haven't rotted away, it's very strong. Anyway, let's get to the time lapse. Let's get rolling. Okay, let's take a quick break here and show you where we're at for the night. And I do have to stop because I've run out of the right materials. So I've got the frame for the pocket door already set. I did look at the instructions online, look at the rough openings. I added a 1/2 inch to all of my rough openings just to make sure. So it said you take your door times 2 plus 1. So my door is 30, so that's 60 plus 1, so this is 61 inches. And then for the height, it said 84.5, so I did 85. Yeah, 85 inches. And I measured that from this part of the flooring, the finished flooring, not the subfloor, this middle part. I do need to reinforce the middle section here because I took out a lot of this material, there's this big gap. When I do cut this out, I'm gonna put some pressure treated 2x4 underneath here, not only so that this has something to rest on, kind of with the force going down, like I guess the weight distributing downward, but I also need some 2x4s to put so that I can lay the OSB horizontally across this way somewhere. Right now there's nowhere for me to put the OSB if I cut this off. Anyway, that's where I'm at. I'm gonna go to the store in the morning and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Okay. We are back here working on the pocket door, and I now have the pocket door hardware. It's some cheap stuff from Amazon that we'll be unboxing, and I've decided to use some of the old red cedar for my joist supports down here at the bottom. This is really good hardwood. You'll never see this again kind of in stores today, so we'll just cut some of this up, take some of these screws out, and we'll use it down here to shore everything up. So let's get to work. I think I know what I'm doing here with this sliding door. The Drew Best hardware comes with this long top rail, and I measured the space that I have with the vanity that's going to be protruding out from this wall, and I actually only have enough to make a 26-inch door. So on the top, we have markings here. I'm actually going to, I think, measure halfway between here. I have to cut. And then on these side rails, I have to measure a midway point here and cut on both sides. And that part here, that's where the first rail comes down. And that's one of these guys, these steel rails. Yeah, just like that. So I've also determined that it's best to open the pocket door here, not on this side where the bathroom is at. So we're gonna open to the vanity, which I think makes a lot more sense when it comes to bathroom access. So I have most of my hardware. There's some plates that need to go up top here, over there. I'm gonna set and cut this, mount it, and then I just need to place these rails, I guess, in certain areas where the drywall is going to attach to them. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, we are back here on this pocket door project, and it is a new day. And at the end of the last night when I finished up, I realized I made a stupid mistake. I had intentionally made this a ½ inch taller than it needed to be. And then when I went to go put this in, I butted everything up to the top instead of butting everything to the floor where it needed to be. So now the whole assembly is like a ½ inch too high. And so I gotta take everything out, at least these two brackets and these bottom brackets, remove most of this 2x4 that I put down, because I put the 2x4 there to lift everything up, thinking that the floor was too low. In reality, the top was too high. So I need to put in some spacers at the top to bring it down to the exact level that I want, and put just enough spacer in to match the height of the floor system up to this point right here, and cut away the excess. The 2x4 was really good to make sure that I was perfectly straight along this line, and that is kind of what led me into, oh, let's put the 2x4 down there and build up, when I should have done it the other way. Anyway, we're gonna strip this down, take it apart, redo all the measurements, and put it in the correct way so that I can actually get the door and start testing it. Everything else is installed, the track rail system and all of that, it worked out pretty well. We'll just keep going. think we have this repositioned correctly this time, so let's show you what we've got. I ended up putting a 1/2-inch piece of OSB down here at the bottom, and that kind of aligns it just about with the height of the tile and the flooring. Now, obviously a transition piece is gonna have to go here, probably like a piece of marble to span this gap. But now I have the appropriate sizing here. You can see I put some spacers, 1 1/4 inch, which was the difference in height at the tops. And then I repositioned these brackets here and here. I also now have the tracks installed. So this is a soft close track from Jubest. Oh, there we go. And you can see as it slides over, it hits this clip here that I set, and it will, there we go. So it'll do a soft close. And then there's another clip right here that comes across, if I can activate it now. Yeah. So once that hits, it'll soft close. Okay, so I've got everything I need. I just need to go get a door now, and then I can set it in place. There's some guides that go in on the side here to help keep the whole thing center. I need some 1-inch self-tapping drywall screws. I'm not gonna do the drywall stuff yet. I'm just gonna get the door in for now. I'll probably put in a stabilizing piece here because the door lock is gonna go against this, so I don't want this to jiggle around. I want it to be nice and tight. So we're gonna add a little bit of structural rigidity here, and then we still have to move that electrical. Anyway, off to Lowe's, I will be back.